It's how COVID-19 saved my soccer career 3 times. Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video, and as you read from the title, it's how COVID-19 saved my soccer career 3 times. Although that may seem like clickbait or, just like a cap, it's actually not. It's a long story, but I'll try to keep it short, and especially that, the last 2 videos I posted were like, the first one was 25-minute long. I think that was the one I'm back, and then the video that's gonna go live in like 2 minutes, that's like 20 minutes long, like the double day and the January challenge and February challenge. I'm just gonna tell you guys my story on how COVID saved my soccer career 3 times, and let's get started. So I went to Belgium in March 2020, or February, like end of February, and I actually went there with a broken ankle, but I didn't know. So a week before going there, I rolled my ankle and like really badly, and I thought it was just, I just rolled my ankle, but I actually like had a little fracture on it, and the ligament was like, I wouldn't say it was torn, but it was like really stretched out. So I was just like, it's just, I just rolled my ankle, that's it. But it definitely wasn't. But yeah, I did that crazy training that they do in Belgium, and if you guys didn't see my training video, then I highly suggest to go see it, just because, like, although that's a little bit, and Jaden's inside, don't worry about it, I can edit this out. Bro, I'm saying how COVID-19 saved my soccer career 3 times.
3 times? Oh yeah, I remember.
Where was I? Yeah, I went to Belgium with a fractured ankle, and then I did that crazy training there. But for some reason, like my pain tolerance is like pretty high, so like I just kept going through the pain and the pain and the pain. But I think it was like day 7 or 8 in Belgium. I just couldn't take the pain anymore, to the point like I'd be like crying, like I just had tear in my eyes just coming out while training. Thankfully that day it was raining though. But when I came back, my ankle was just like swollen, and I'm just like, okay. But when I came back to Montreal, I just went to the hospital, got an x-ray, and I didn't even tell it to my parents or anybody. But yeah, through the x-ray, like I had a fractured ankle. It was not like completely broken, just a little fracture. But yeah, I still decided to go to Belgium with a pretty severe injury, I would say. And then obviously I didn't tell Reno this either, so I went to Santa FX like 7 days later, and that was like my recruitment trip. And for my recruitment trip, it was like, damn, like my ankle is, at this point, it's just like irrelevant. Like I just couldn't put any force on it, but I still like pushed through, and yeah, I was somehow able to, like, let's say, impress the coach and come here. But yeah, but the day I came back to Montreal was the day when COVID was announced, the world pandemic, and I think that was like March 14th or March 16th, something like that. And then the next day, like, everything shut down. So that was like God-given timing at that point. Like I just took like a 3-week rest, and it was really nice for my ankle to heal. Although I went through like brutal training in Belgium, and then I traveled like twice. And if you guys don't know, if you take the plane and you have like something that's fractured, it's gonna keep swelling. But yeah, I was very fortunate to have, COVID just be a world pandemic. And the second time COVID saved me was in October 2020, when I was in my collegiate season. So things reopened in Quebec, and we planned to have like a collegiate season. So our collegiate season started in August, and then it was supposed to go all the way to end of October, but it was suspended in like the beginning of October. But when I started playing for my collegiate team, it was like going super well. Like we were playing really well, and then we went against Dawson. And no hate to Dawson, everyone that plays there, like I know a couple of guys that play there, and they're my friends and all. but I just play like, you know, I just play like a beast against Dawson. I'm still like zero goals against them, and Reno hates me for that. But that game I injured my thumb, my left thumb slightly. But the next practice we had, I actually fell on my thumb, and if this was the floor, it like I fell on it like this, completely broke it. The ligament that was here was completely torn, and then, or not completely, but almost completely torn. Then the ligament that was here was slightly torn too. And when I tell you guys, that was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. It really was. Like, it was worse than the fractured ankle I had, because if you threw me a ball, like not even a soccer ball, just like a little soft ball, I wasn't even able to catch it, and every time it hit the thumb, it was like legit 10 out of 10 pain. Um, but because again, COVID started, just the cases just started rising, things shut down, and again, I was able to rest my thumb, and I was, I was just able to give it a rest, and yeah. Now, the third time COVID saved me is a year later in December, so December 2021, when I'm at X. Um, so there's a ceremony at X where that's called X-ring, and apparently like people just had like fake vaccination passports and all that kind of stuff, and some people had COVID, and then it was the variant, and then if you guys don't know, Omicron, that new variant, is like super contagious, and yeah, like people started getting contaminated, and just like spread it like wildfire. Thankfully, I was just in here studying. Like I said in the video that I'm back, I studied 8 hours a day. Like I averaged 8 hours a day for like 7 days.
Study like crazy hard. I was studying like, for the first time in my life, I studied over like 8 hours a day, and I'm not even joking.
So thankfully I didn't test positive. But yeah, how this time it saved me was mentally. Like I was thinking of quitting soccer, like just completely, just because obviously the season I had was probably the worst season I had in my life. I think I was dressed like 3 times, played 45 minutes, and what is it? Yeah, it just wasn't, just nothing was going to plan. So I was just like, yeah, like F this. I'd probably like stop soccer. And to be honest, if I had stayed at X, like if I was stuck there because of COVID, I would have stopped just completely everything. I would have stopped soccer, stopped working out, just stopped everything altogether. But thankfully, Reno, I don't know who he has, but she's able to like find you a ticket, and like
She was able to find a ticket in 30 minutes.
so 2 days later I just left for home, and I came back exactly a month later. I know, a month later. I came back exactly 4 months later, and when I was back home, I was able to see my family, and I realized that, you know what, I shouldn't be quitting soccer. I shouldn't quit what I had like started, and like I had a passion for it. So that was the third time it saved me. Is it gonna save me a fourth time? I have no clue, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This is less than 9 minutes long, which is really good. I don't want to make this any longer. But yeah, that's the story of how COVID-19 saved my soccer career 3 times. So with my roommate, I just tossed a coin to say whether I'm gonna say I'm a hypocrite or not, but it landed on heads, so I don't need to say I'm a hypocrite, but I think I am though, especially for the time I was here. So what I wanted to say is just stay positive all the time, like look at the bright side and the positive side of like the negative things. Um, Obviously I am a victim to it, especially when I was here. So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to say. Well, this is the video. This is the lesson of the video, just being, positive and thinking of the good things. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.